This is the MPOW Smart Bracelet, which arrives well packaged in this display box, inside which is the tray holding the watch and a small instruction leaflet as well, outlining the main functions and how to use it. This is the watch itself. It has a plasticky resin strap, a loop for securing it over the wrist, and it fastens via a fairly conventional stud. It's quite easy to fit, unlike some. It's fully adjustable with lots of holes to fit almost any size of wrist, and to fasten the stud just presses through. Then to use it, it needs to be paired with a phone and the Zerona Health app. It syncs as soon as you switch on, then gives you a daily score for your health depending on how much exercise you've indulged in that day, records the number of calories burned, the number of steps taken, will grade your sleep according to sleep quality in terms of light sleep or deep sleep, has facilities for a number of alarm clocks, and if you've got the heart rate version, it will also monitor your heart rate. You can set it for your own data, including your age, gender, weight and height, and that helps calculate the calories burned and your maximum heart rate. Of course, this one isn't the heart rate model. It is extremely easy to use. Once it's been paired with the phone, the time and the date are set automatically from the phone. To access the time and date, simply swipe across it, and that shows you the time as 14:30 on Friday the 2nd of December. Battery is fully charged according to the indicator, and Bluetooth there is connected. A swipe across will show the number of steps you've taken, 1154 in my case. I've used 104 calories. I've walked 0.8 kilometres, not very far today, and that's back on the time and date. If I swipe up or down, it puts it into the function mode, such as find phone. If I now hold my finger on the phone for a few seconds, my phone is now found should I mislay it. Potentially quite useful. There's also a no disturb mode, useful if you're in a meeting, for example, and don't want it buzzing or bleeping. You can turn the power off, and should there be a phone call or any notifications while you're using this, then they will appear on the screen, including text messages, phone calls, notifications from apps such as Facebook and similar. So you've got lots of information here on the wrist, and it's also extremely easy to use. I found that the pedometer is quite accurate. I'd say about 95% accurate rather than completely accurate, but of course you're measuring movements on a wrist rather than on the hip, so that's excusable and understandable. One of the features I particularly like is the sleep app, which grades the sleep according to deep sleep, light sleep and time awake, and then it gives you a grade as well for your sleep. You can also see a graph of your sleep, which shows it in terms of light sleep, deep sleep in the dark blue and awake in the green. It's actually fairly accurate because I noted the times when I did wake up and they do correspond with this. What I'm a bit less keen on is the phrases here, such as upset, late slept, yesterday is gone, tomorrow will be fine, sleep well, eat well. Feels a bit tacky, really. There are other settings here, such as setting targets for calorie consumption. For example, if you're planning to lose weight, such as you can either keep health or lose weight. The steps show how many steps you've taken, and I have to say this is actually fairly accurate, surprisingly. It's not as accurate as the pedometers I wear on my hips, but you wouldn't really expect that when you're wearing something on your wrist, because you only have to put your hand in your pocket and that can easily distort it. But it does show how many steps you've taken approximately, and I would rate it as being about 95% accurate. Also how many calories you've used, and that's useful for someone who is actually trying to lose weight and follow a fitness program. If you want to share data, that's very easy. Simply tap the icon at the top and you can share data to Facebook, Gmail, photos, Twitter or messaging. Another feature I like about this is it's waterproof. It's IP67 rated, which means it can be worn for most exercise and sports. You can wear it in the shower, but it's obviously not suitable for going swimming. Unless you're going swimming or having a bath, there's no need to ever remove the strap, and that also applies for charging it, because the unit simply pops out, and that's the unit itself, and it charges by slotting it into any USB port. It just slides in, gives 3 buzzes, and then you can see it connected and charging. Charging takes about 45 minutes and then it lasts for about 5 to 7 days. So also very, very convenient to use as well. So really, there's nothing really I can criticise on this. It works exactly as hoped, it performs well, it's comfortable to wear, it's very practical in use. I think really the only things I'm not so keen on, nitpicking maybe, is some of the text and phrases on the app. And that really is nitpicking a bit. Just cheapens it slightly. But I think if the app was reworked a little bit, the phrases taken out, then it really is a very good product. So definitely recommended.